Hey, what's going on, guys? What's going on? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. I want to say welcome to the Black Financial Channel. Today on the Black Financial Channel, we're going to talk about this interesting lawsuit with Shaquille O'Neal. Apparently, Shaq is in the middle of some mess with FTX, and I'm telling you, it's getting messier by the second. This lawsuit's going to be big. It's going to cost a lot of money, and there's some lessons we can learn about endorsing products where you don't understand exactly what's going on. So get comfortable, buckle up your seatbelt. We're going to get started on the Black Financial Channel right now. Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. I'm your friendly neighborhood finance professor. On the Black Financial Channel, we talk about Black wealth and Black economics every single day under the B1 condition. B1 means we are Black first. Black first means we care about our community. Black first also means that we educate our kids. Black first means that we break generational curses. So if you are on the level up, put a B1 in the chat. If you are coming up in the world, put a B1 in the chat. If you want your children to rise to a level higher than you, put a B1 in the chat, because not everybody wants to rise. Not everybody wants to do better. Not everybody wants to start, from the bottom and end up at the top. Some people want to start at the bottom and stay at the bottom, or start at the top and end up at the bottom. So we're not interested in a bottom dwelling kind of culture. We want to win. We want to succeed. We believe in ourselves. That's what we do up in here. All right. So anyway, I want to say hello to Pamela and Lisa and Dre Life and Brian and Akeem. Thank you so much for joining me today. Also, please shout out the city. Let me know the city you're from. Shout out your Black-owned business, all that stuff. So how many of you know, give me a yes or no, how many of you knew about these massive lawsuits being filed in the case of FTX? How many of you know about FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried and that whole collapse and the fact that there's just a ton of fallout from that whole situation? Give me a yes or no if you've been following that. Well, basically, it's getting real interesting because after the bankruptcy occurred, and it was a big surprise. Everybody thought Sam Bankman-Fried was the most trusted name in all of crypto. They thought Sam Bankman-Fried was the JP Morgan of crypto, that he was going to come in and save crypto companies and entire ecosystems and everything else. And they really felt like he was the one guy in crypto that actually did a good job of managing his resources properly. Well, it turned out that was a mistaken assumption. That was not true. Sam Bankman-Fried, unfortunately, was very sloppy with customer funds. He invested those customer funds, and then everything collapsed. And now he's kind of one of the most wanted men in the world in terms of people wanting to kick that ass. He probably has to have security 24/7 because in the crypto space, everybody, normal people, it's not just regular people like you and I who invest in crypto. You and I, we might buy a few $100s worth of crypto every now and then, maybe a couple thousand. But you've got people out here like Mexican drug cartel lords who might have $100 million in Bitcoin, or somebody who's in the Jewish mafia who has 50 million in Ether, or or in NFTs or whatever that he's using to launder his money. And the reason the crypto space is so crazy and dangerous is because it does draw that criminal element. It does not mean all of crypto is criminal. It does not mean crypto should be taken away. It just means that this is part of the reality of it. It's untraceable to some extent, right? Somebody can steal your crypto and the police can't go get it. So Sam Bankman-Fried is in trouble. He's going to have to watch out. He's going to have to watch his back for the rest of his life, because people don't take kindly to you losing their life savings. And so Shaquille O'Neal is one guy who is in the middle of all the mess. Shaq is one of the many celebrities. Now, remember, there were lots of celebrities, though, who endorsed this stuff. There were lots of celebrities who signed on for these easy paydays where they were getting paid to promote FTX. They were being paid to get on Super Bowl commercials and stuff like that, and tell everyone that FTX is this wonderful firm and that it's fully trusted. And the reason they were able to do this is, to be quite honest with you, they were able to do it because the world is just kind of dumb. I'm not calling everybody dumb. I'm not saying you guys are dumb. You all are intelligent Black people. But let's just be honest. How many of y'all notice that there are some people who just believe anything a celebrity says? And how many of y'all think that's crazy? Really, how many of y'all notice that? Literally, when they do studies with Nielsen does studies to figure out how corporations can sell more products, particularly to Black people. And Nielsen basically said in their study, if you put a celebrity on the ad, Black people will buy anything. You could sell them poison in a bottle, And if you have a celebrity tell them that this is good poison, this is good for you, this tastes delicious, a lot of black people, some of them, not all of us, some of us haven't drank the Kool-Aid. Some of us are smart enough. But there are some people, unfortunately, who are so brainwashed that they'll just believe anything a celebrity says. So what Sam Bankman-Fried did was he figured out that, hey, if I just get celebrities, it's not just black people, white people too. He said, if I just get a bunch of celebrities to endorse FTX, if I get a bunch of celebrities to say, hey, FTX is this wonderful firm and it's to be trusted and we're the most trusted name in crypto, people aren't going to go confirm that. They're not going to go research that. They're going to believe you. So now a lot of these celebrities are being sued along with Bankman-Fried. Now, Shaq made the headline today because apparently Shaq's been running from the lawsuit. This brother don't want to get sued, so they had a hard time serving him his papers. So the CNN article actually that I read about it literally said that Shaq was finally served in the FTX lawsuit. So this was a long time coming. They spent a lot of time trying to get the papers to him. Finally, they were able to serve him. And it looks like Shaq doesn't want to be involved in this. And what I'll do is I'll kind of pull this up on the screen so you guys can see it. So here it says that Shaq is finally served in FTX in the investor suit after months of hiding. So what's going on is the investors in FTX they lawyered up and they said, let's go get our money. When I went to the Bahamas with my wife, we were talking to some people who were in the Bahamas about Sam Bankman-Fried, who had set up shop in the Bahamas to avoid taxes and stuff like that. And they were really mad at him. She said, we're all upset because this man went around. He was very weird. He sprinkled money everywhere. He was giving money to everything, buying real estate, all that. Now they're trying to come back and take that money back. So they're basically trying to claw back anybody that was responsible for this calamity, anybody who benefited from this Ponzi scheme. And it says here that after months of attempting to serve Shaquille O'Neal in a lawsuit against celebrities who endorsed the now bankrupt FTX crypto platform, lawyers for a group of FTX investors say they finally succeeded on Sunday. Quote, plaintiffs in the $1 billion FTX lawsuit class action case just served Shaq outside his house. The Moskowitz Law Firm tweeted, his home video cameras recorded our service, and we made it very clear that he is not to destroy or erase any of these security tapes because they must be preserved for our lawsuit. So let's see. It says, a lot of people think I'm in Shaq. Here's what Shaq had to say. He said, a lot of people think I'm involved, but I was just a paid spokesperson for a commercial. Right. So let's start here. Let's get our lesson out of this. How many of you feel that Shaq is not responsible? I see Joseph Hare has already made his remark. He says Shaq doesn't hold any fiduciary roles. Why go after him? I think that's a great question. How many of you feel that Shaq shouldn't be sued? And all these celebrities, remember, Shaq isn't the only one. Give me a yes or no if you think that this lawsuit makes sense or if you think it's kind of crazy. And I'm going to tell you some of the other names here. I know Tom Brady, his wife is right in there, Giselle, Bundchen. Tom Brady's wife. Those are a couple of big names. I want to say Steph Curry might have been involved, but I'm not sure on that. So don't hold me to that. Let's see if we keep going down. They said last week the judge denied Moskowitz's attempt to serve the legal notice to O'Neal via his official Twitter and Instagram accounts. So they tried to serve Shaq on Instagram and Twitter after he repeatedly evaded agents hired to serve the documents in person. Mr. O'Neal's conduct over the last 5 months in evading service in this action is unprecedented and frankly shocking, Moskowitz said in the motion last week. FTX collapsed into bankruptcy November 11th after depositors and investors yanked their money amid concerns about the platform's balance sheet. Let's see here. Bankman-Fried was arrested in December and is out on house arrest, has not pleaded guilty to 13 counts of fraud and conspiracy. At least 3 of his former coworkers have pleaded guilty and are cooperating with investors. So Sam Bankman-Fried is going to have some problems. Now, he does have 2 parents that are Stanford law professors, and I'm sure that's got to work in your favor at some point. I think they're actually well-versed in securities law, believe it or not. And so Bankman-Fried may actually walk away from this with at least the minimum punishment, but I can't imagine him getting away without prison time. But he's got a lot of Stanford privilege, a lot of Jewish privilege, a lot of white privilege, and I think that's going to really work in his favor. I'd be really surprised if he ended up getting a long lawsuit. Okay, so some of you said, yes, Shaq should be held responsible. Some of you said no. Well, just to tell you, this is going to be a big question. Crypto, and some of you are crypto investors. You should know crypto is going to be heavily regulated going into the future. Crypto is going to be regulated extensively, and they're going to start getting into that and saying, how much should a celebrity be held liable if they are telling you, to invest in something and it turns out to be crap? Because think about it. There are people that go on CNBC all the time and say, hey, I like this stock. I like this stock a lot. How's that different from Shaq saying, I like FTX? I'd put my money there, and that's a tough one, right? Because the thing is that with crypto, the big challenge is that crypto is such a crazy volatile asset. Crypto can just disappear in a second. Telling somebody to buy Dogecoin is not the same as telling them to buy Apple, right? And so I think that's the part where it gets kind of fuzzy. I don't think this lawsuit is necessarily a slam dunk, but at the very least, it is a warning shot for celebrities who were endorsing things without knowing what they were sponsoring. Like I can say, for example, when someone has come before me and tried to get me to promote something to you guys or mention something to you guys, I check it out, and if I don't like it, I'm like, I'm not bringing that. I'm not bringing that out to people. I've had so many people that are part of MLMs, for example. The MLMs are all about networking, building the biggest network, and all that. So they see my audience size, and they cozy up, and they tell me how much money I can make by promoting an MLM, and I'm like, I don't really want to do it. MLMs, it's not that they're all fraudulent. They're not all Ponzi schemes. Some of them are, some of them aren't. But it's really a legal technicality that divides an MLM from a Ponzi scheme. It's really literally a couple little lines of code that allows you to make that difference. And to me, if it just doesn't pass the smell test, then it's not worth doing. So the question becomes, if you're a celebrity and somebody puts some crap in front of you, some not some crypto, but some crapto, and you have this audience that likes you and they know you and they trust you and they believe you, how much due diligence should you do, before you promote that to other people? Some would say from an ethical standpoint, you should do a lot of due diligence. You don't want to go. Jake Paul did this. Jake Paul is a big influencer online, and he was promoting some crapto, not crypto, crapto, and the crapto went bad, and all of his followers were pissed at him because they followed him. But this is why I tell you guys all the time, I want to encourage you not to be followers. I know they say 70%. Studies say that 70% of all people will follow the crowd, even if the crowd is wrong. I don't know if it was a study I saw somewhere. And to be honest with you, I don't relate to that 70%. I'm talking to the other 30%. I'm really talking to the other 30% and saying, what in the world would make you think it's okay to go invest your life savings into a crypto because Jake Paul told you to do it, or because Shaquille O'Neal told you to do it, or because Tom Brady said it was a good investment? Again, while I certainly think that they deserve to be part of this conversation, they should be put on notice. They should have some due diligence that they do. At the same time, it's also up to us as adults, as consenting, intelligent adults, to not just follow along behind any dumb thing a celebrity does. I know celebrities, half of them I hang the phone up on them. I don't even want to talk to them because some of them are stupid. I'm like, okay, white people put you on TV and paid you money because you're a buffoon. I don't care about it. I don't respect your intelligence. If I don't respect you, I'm not going to talk to you. I don't care how many Grammys or Oscars or Academy Awards you won. That means nothing to me, because at the end of the day, there's nothing special about a celebrity. In a lot of these cases, they're not smarter than you. So I need you to just think for yourself. Follow the rules of investing, diversify your money. Anything that sounds too good to be true probably is. Do your research, get educated on this stuff so that you kind of know what you're getting into. If you don't understand it, don't put your money into it. Take the time to understand it first. Warren Buffett has that rule. He says, if I don't understand your business, I'm not investing in your business. You got to understand what you're investing in to make sure you know what it is and what it is not. It's just like dating. If you don't understand the nature of the relationship, if you don't understand the motivations of the person, if you don't understand what their expectations are, if you don't understand that him buying you a steak dinner means he's going to want some ass at the end of the night, if you don't understand that she's expecting you to marry her in the first 2 years, then you should probably not pursue that relationship. You should probably take the time, do the research, don't jump into stuff head first, and just be thoughtful. That's just my 2 cents. I hope that's okay if I share that. I know I went a little bit Uncle Boys today, but I'm sorry. I'm 51. I'm almost about to be 52. So I think the older I get, the more preaching I'm going to end up doing, because I can't make myself stupid. I can't make myself unwise. Every year I'm on this earth, I learn a couple more things, and I just share it in hopes that maybe it can help somebody. So I hope it's okay that I share those things. Okay, guys, do me a favor. Could you please hit the thumbs up button? Thumbs up, share, subscribe. I'm going to Houston this week. I'm going to be doing doing a Black Wealth boot camp up there for 2 days. Feel free to fly in. Houston's a great place. There's great people there. Lots of good networking at these events with other wealth builders. So feel free to go to boycewatkins.com to learn more about the Black Wealth boot camp. I'm not doing all the cities I was going to do because of family issues. I'm going to do Houston and then Dallas, and then I'm done. I'm not going to do Philly. I'm not going to do New York. I wanted to. I'm not going to do Chicago. I wanted to, but I got to take care of family first. So that's just the reality of it all. Also, my new book is called The 10 Commandments of Black Economic Power. It is available on Amazon. I hope you guys will feel free to go check it out. If you do get it, please leave a review and let people know what you think. The reviews have been very, very good, and I think you guys are going to like it. Will it be recorded? No, the boot camp will not be recorded. This is because these are live events, and we don't record those anymore. So, all right, guys. Well, anyway, Tiana says, I'll see you this weekend. Great. I can't wait to see you, sister. I will give you a hug when I meet you. So God bless you guys. Have a good night. Thank you for listening, and happy investing. I hope you make $1 trillion. Talk to you later. Peace.